Hey guys, welcome to your first lesson of the Law of Attraction Mastery Training Program. Congratulations for joining in. This is going to be a 1 year long journey. Today is the very first lesson. But I hope you've already gone through the free basic Law of Attraction video, which was part of lesson 1. This is, as you see in the list, this is lesson 2. Although this is going to be lesson 1 in terms of a live video. But the first workshop you have to go through is that 3-hour program. If you've not done that, do not go through the rest of this video. Stop it now. Go back to that video for a very important reason that a lot of things that I'm going to talk in this lesson are going to be connected only for people who understand what's going on completely in that workshop, right? So if you've done that, great, we're about to start. But if you've not done it, go back to that video, watch it, and then come back to this video, okay? All right, so let's start the first and the most important lesson in Law of Attraction. How do you master it? There is one thing that even I struggle with even now, because as human beings, we always go wrong on this one area. What is that? Clarity. Exactly, clarity. Now, what do I mean by clarity? Clarity of what you want. Most people don't get what they want in Law of Attraction because they're not clear of what they want in their life. In fact, most people focus on what they don't want. So when I ask people what do they want, they're not very sure of it. But when I ask them what they don't want, they seem to be suddenly very clear about what they don't want. So what you don't want in your office is not important. What you don't want at home, that's not important. What you don't want your friends to do for you, it's not important. What you don't want your boss to stop doing things against you, that's not important. What is important is what do you want? Let's get clear about that first. Now, when you do a clarity exercise, it's got to be specific and it's got to be for all areas of your life. For an example, always start with your physical health, because if your health is good, then you can do the rest of the things, right? So write down affirmations for what do you want in your physical health area. Like I've written down for myself that my physical health is always at 65 kgs of weight, 30 inches of waist, 12 inches of arms, and 42 inches of chest. Now, I haven't got there yet, but I'm clear that that's exactly what I want, right? So you write down in the area of physical growth, what exactly do you want? If you're watching this video, make sure you go back to Facebook group and look for Rajat's comment on clarity. Rajat Ghai. Now, Rajat, congratulations. You did a great job recapping my workshop on that. But one of the best things I liked what Rajat did was he's already implementing step 1, which is clarity. Rajat has already written affirmations for himself for every area of his life. He's written for physical, he's written for relationships. So guys who are watching this, go back to that Facebook group. Make sure that you are going through the entire comment that Rajat wrote in terms of what he's got clarity about his life, right? So physical life, relationships. What do you want in the area of your relationships? Now, manifestation or Law of Attraction, remember, it's not only about what you want in the future, it's also about maintaining what you have. For an example, in the area of relationships, I've written down very clear attractions like I have a great relationship with Indu. I respect her a lot. We have a lot of time to spend with each other. We spend a lot of quality time with each other. We travel with each other for holidays. We have a lot of fun with each other. So whatever you want to maintain in a relationship, that's something you want to constantly attract, right? So that frequency is always there in your life. So make sure you always write down affirmations for both of these things. One, what you want in your life, and then second, what do you want to maintain in your life, right? Then go to the area of money. How much money do you really want to make in your life? When you're making affirmations of clarity, in the beginning, when you're mastering Law of Attraction, don't directly jump to a huge goal of making 1 crore, making 10 lakhs a month. Even I haven't got there in one go. I went step by step. That's one of the biggest lessons that I learned in Law of Attraction is go step by step. I started with practically making 8,000 rupees of goal as Law of Attraction by using Law of Attraction. I started with 8,000, went up to 10,000. Over a period of time, when I achieved that goal, then I doubled that goal. So from 8, I made it 16, then I made it 20, then I made it 25, then I made it 30. Yes, now the amount is really, really big, but I haven't got there in one day. It took me many days to get here. Many years, actually. I've been practicing Law of Attraction for the last 15 years now. So don't be in a hurry. Don't be impatient, because hurry, impatience, fear, anxiety, again, all these are what frequency? Negative frequency, right? So it's critical. It's important that you have very positive frequency when you're thinking of your goals. But if you're going to make impractical goals, a part of your heart is always going to feel restless and it's always going to feel a little fear, because of which that frequency is not going to help you. You'll always attract negativity again, and then you'll wonder why Law of Attraction is not working for you, right? So please make sure your goals are practical. Please make sure your goals are right now small enough, practical enough to achieve them as soon as possible. In fact, look for something you can achieve this month as a financial goal, next month. Don't make 1 year long goals immediately. Make 1 month goals, which you can start achieving practically this month. Okay, so that's the first one. Have practical goals. in physical area, in relationship areas, in money, then career. Write down what exactly do you want in the area of your career. Now you would say, but everything's going fine in my career. Why should I write down anything? Remember what I said? It's not only what you want, it's also what you want to maintain. So here are examples of what I do in terms of my clarity of law of attraction for my career. That I'm one of the best trainers in the world. I am caring. I am helping people to transform their lives. I am one of the most highly paid trainers in the country. So all these things, it's not that I haven't achieved it. Now I am famous. I am adding value to people's life. I am being caring. I am helping people transform their lives. I'm making a lot of money as well and I'm famous. But it's something I want to maintain, right? So I'm writing this down and with clarity, I repeat this every day to myself in the morning. And I've written it down and I've put it up on certain areas in my house where I can see it regularly. I've kept it in my laptop all the time so I can see it clearly all the time. The more clarity you have about what you want, the more that frequency comes to you. Clarity is all about moving towards it and it moves towards you. Let me give you an example here. So this is my laptop and these are my goals. See that? These are my goals. I started with my physical goals. I've kept a picture over there just to make it a little more interesting. Then I've also got my career goals. As I go up over there, then I've got my book goals, which means I wanted to be an author, but I've also written things like I'm a best-selling author. Then how many areas my book has gone to, all of that. My book picture is here, my income. So you see this Excel sheet here? I've already written in an Excel that how much income do I want every month. I've taken that Excel sheet, I've got that exact number in the end of that Excel sheet and I've put it up over here. And I've got affirmations writing that. So let me read some of the affirmations for you. One of the affirmations are in terms of money. Thank you, universe, for helping us make 5 lakh rupees per day from our training programs and coaching fees. We easily and effortlessly attract money. Our workshops and coaching dates are booked 1 year in advance by clients who always pay us 100% in advance because of the brand value and the results we create. Now, why did I particularly put this affirmation? I'll tell you why. Because we realized that a lot of our workshops were booked just about 1 month in advance. And every time there was this anxiety about, will we get workshops next month or not? What will happen the month after that? So we started writing affirmations and reading them about that. We've got clients who've booked us 1 year in advance. The more I started writing and repeating this with clarity, I actually started attracting it. Now I actually have clients who've booked me a year in advance and it goes on and goes on and goes on. So anything you want, make sure you put it in that clarity area. Make a list of all your areas with all the affirmations there. Print it and paste it at different places in your house. Keep that list with you. This is not a list which remains 100% same all the time. It changes. It's a dynamic list. I have changed it 100 times. You're supposed to change it. But what's important is being clear about it. That's very, very important, right? So that's in terms of the clarity. Now, I have some questions that Indu's going to ask because as I'm doing the video, she's listening to me like a participant as you are, and she's got some questions going on. Obviously, if you have some questions, write your questions down. Ask me either on Facebook or put it in the comment section of this page. I'll try and answer your questions as frequently as I can. But remember, this is an online training program, so I can't personally talk to you on the phone. I can't have personal email interactions with you guys. That's not part of the workshop. But I will try to answer your questions on a weekly or bi-weekly live Q&A videos that we will do in the Facebook group. Or I will try and answer your questions in the comment section as regularly as I can. I may not do it every day, but I promise you to answer those questions as frequently as I can, at least once a week. Okay? But here are some questions that Indu's listening, and probably some of her questions are going to be the same as yours. All right? So, Indu, what are the questions?
Okay. What if person is having some health issues and he or she wants to manifest a healthy body? Say, for example, I'm suffering from cancer. But if I want to manifest a healthy body, how should I go about it in terms of clarity?
Right. Now, in terms of clarity, if I want a healthy body, question is, what do you want? Simple. Always ask this question. What do I want? So what do I want? I'm already healthy, fit, and full of vitality. I'm full of energy all the time. I'm extremely healthy all the time. This statement I can keep repeating to myself, and this becomes part of my clarity affirmations that goes into that list. Now, if I'm losing weight, then I want to be a little more specific. That I'm not only healthy, I've already lost 5 kgs and now my weight is, and then the number after that. If I'm building my body, then I want to be specific and clear in terms of that it's already 30th of this month. It's been 3 months that I've been working out now, and my biceps have grown by 1 inch. My stomach has gone down by 1 inch, and I'm feeling extremely healthy and full of energy every day. So those are some of the affirmations that you can make when you're talking about health. Any other question, Indu?
Yes.
By the way, Indu, does that answer your question?
Yes, it
Okay.
does. Can I manifest a lottery?
Can you manifest a lottery? One of the best questions most people ask. No, you cannot manifest a lottery. I've written this in my book, but let me still answer why. You must be thinking, if law of attraction works everywhere, why doesn't it work for lottery? Let me clarify. Law of attraction is all about frequency. It's all about positivity. The more you vibrate at a positive frequency, the more you get it back. That's the basis of law of attraction. Like attracts like. Positive attracts positive, negative attracts negative. Now, when you're buying a lottery, first thing, you're not the only one buying that lottery, right? There are millions of people buying that lottery in the world. Everybody has their eye on that number, on that prize. And what's the frequency that people are throwing towards it? All negative frequency. What kind? Restlessness, anxiety, impatience, fear, jealousy. All these are negative frequency towards it. So in the first place, you're playing a game which is all made of negative frequency. That's one. Now let's say you buy the lottery, okay? And then once you got the lottery, let's say you get the money. Let's say you get the money, okay? But at that time when you get the money, people who have not got the lottery, people who've lost the money and you made the money, what will happen to them? They're going to feel bad, right? That 10 rupees that they spent on that lottery, or that $1 that they spent on that lottery, they're going to feel extremely bad about not being able to make that money. All that negative frequency, all that jealousy is thrown back at you because you made the money. So obviously it's not going to help you. So that is why lottery business is never a law of attraction game. Law of attraction is all about giving positive frequency out there in the universe, getting positive frequency back from the universe. Lottery business is about, first of all, buying 10 rupees with a lot of negative frequency. And then what you're getting in return, even if you get the money, is a lot of negative frequency from other people. So that's why it cannot be a profession. It's all about adding value. That's one answer. But let me give you one more answer. How do you make money in life? Here's how you make money in life. You make money. Money is a product of adding value to somebody else's life. Like I've charged you money for this workshop, right? Now I'm adding value to your life and then I'm making that money. When I make that money out of adding value to people's life, that gives me positive frequency. When you get a product, when you get a service from me, like a training program like this, and if you're very happy, you're returning that positive frequency back to me. The more positive frequency I get from more customers, the richer I get, because then the more people want to buy me. So money is all about adding value. By buying a lottery, you're not really adding value to anybody's life. Rather, if you win the lottery, you're taking away a lot of people's money. Okay, so that's the short and long answer for that question. No, you cannot use law of attraction to attract money.
Perfect. While you have already clarified that I can manifest what I want to make money, or
Okay.
what can be my income, can I manifest for saving also? And should I manifest for saving separately and income separately?
Superb question. So her question is, while I can use law of attraction with clarity and writing down affirmations for making money, can I also use it for savings? Not only you can, you must. Because what can happen is you can make a lot of money and not have anything in the end of the month. Like there was this friend of mine who came to me and he said that he makes more than 1 lakh rupees a month. And when he came to me that time, it was like the 25th of the month and he had like 50 rupees in his pocket and he had zero balance. So how? Well, you can have all the money in the world and yet you can keep spending all the money in the world, right? So what makes you rich is not only being able to earn, but being able to save. All rich people in the world are rich because they have liquid cash. They have money in the forms of either cash or assets or stocks or mutual funds or something. So make sure that you start saving. Even if you save 100 rupees every month, that's fine. But start manifesting for that first. For an example, I may write an affirmation that says, I already have savings of 1 lakh rupees this year. Now you don't have to make, again, impractical goals like I have 1 crore of savings this year. May not be possible. Even if you make 1 crore a year, you can't save entire 1 crore, right? You're going to spend a lot of money on household, shopping, so much other things. So make a realistic goal and write down very clearly. Today is 31st of December 2017, 1 year is done and I have already saved 1 lakh or 2 lakh or 3 lakh or 5 lakh rupees this year. Choose how much money do you want to save, write down that affirmation and that's how you start saving. So yes, you must use law of attraction for savings. I personally have, Indu and I, we both have in that clarity exercise that I just showed you, that list. In that financial area, I have actually written down with Indu's discussion with me, we're clear about how much savings do we want every year and we've written that down. So yes, that's the answer to that question.
Perfect. Now, can I use the word not in my clarity?
Example? Okay, so she's asking, can you use the word not in your clarity exercise or affirmations? What does that mean?
That means I'm no longer in debts.
Okay, so manifestation works on one very simple principle. Your mind only understands, at least your subconscious mind understands only positive words. So when you say I want something, it understands that. But when you say I don't want it, it doesn't understand that. So when you tell a child, I've given this example in the video as well, in the law of attraction video, but I'll tell you again. If you tell a child don't bang the door, they just don't understand that. They're just going to go bang the door again. Now you may say the child is a rebel, but frankly, the subconscious message you've given to the child is, when you say you don't bang the door, what's the one thing the mind can visualize? Bang. Now the mind thinks in pictures, the mind does not think in words. So when I say the word apple, you don't hear A-P-P-L-E, you actually see an apple in your mind. And that picture tells you what an apple is, right? So similarly, when you tell yourself, I am not in debts, what's the picture that's coming to your mind right now? Debts, right? And, or at least that's where your focus is going, even if you're not visualizing that. You're focusing on debts. So what are you going to attract in life? Whatever you focus on. In this case, if you keep saying I'm not having debts, you'll keep attracting debts. So what do you need to say? Okay, so what would you say, Indu? What would be a positive affirmation here?
I would say that all my assets and all my things are fully paid, and I
Right.
have enough money to take care of my household.
Right.
And
So if I have a
savings.
home loan, we actually did this for home loan once. So when we had a home loan, we didn't say that all our home loans are paid, because otherwise what's coming to your focus is home loan, right? So what we've written now is that we have fully owned properties in our house.
Perfect.
Our house is fully owned by us. My car is fully owned by me. My assets are fully owned by me. We have fully owned assets and properties. That's an affirmation for clarity rather than saying debts, right? So that's the answer to your question. What's the next question?
Last question. If I have some issues understanding my affirmations are right or wrong, can I post all my affirmations on LOA page and let the group correct me if there are any errors?
Yes, in fact, do that. The Facebook group is a community you have. There are a lot of senior people in the Law of Attraction workshop who've been with me for the last 10 years. They're already part of the group. So please post your affirmations there. If you want to post it as a picture of your snapshot of your entire affirmation that you've written the way I've written, you can do that. Put it as a picture and they will read it and they will answer you back saying something's wrong there. In fact, if you look at today's Facebook group, Rahul did comment on one of Rajat's affirmations that you need to add the line, I'm so grateful now that I have this. So affirmations were written by Rajat, but then I'm grateful was not written, and it adds a lot of value when you say I'm so grateful now that I have this in my life as a part of the affirmation, right? So yes, please add your affirmations on the Facebook group. A lot of members will answer to that. Once in a while, even I will answer to that.
Last question.
You said last question last time, but anyways,
Sorry.
one more question.
A relationship, you mentioned only about the spouse. You mentioned between me and you. Can I manifest my relationship with my parents, my sister, my friends, my siblings, or my boss, my clients?
That's right. Actually, that's part of clarity. If you're not going to be clear about what you want with your boss, then you may end up attracting anything and you'll have to be okay with that because you haven't told the universe what you want. So then it gives you what it gives you. It doesn't really, then it's not in your control. Same thing with your parents. Same thing with your brother and sister. If you're not having clarity of what kind of relationships you want with them, then the attraction is not going to be controlled by you. It's going to be controlled by other people's frequency. It's going to be controlled by situations. It's going to be controlled by time and destiny and all that. Law of attraction is about being able to manifest and attract 80% of your life of your own choice, right? I'm not saying 100% because you're not God. You can't control every aspect of life, but you can definitely attract 80% of your life. So I would actually write down affirmations saying that I have a great relationship with my dad. I have a wonderful relationship with my mother. I have a very friendly relationship with my brother and my sister. I'm able to talk to them with a lot of fun. We smile, we have fun together. We go for family holidays together. Rajat has put similar things in his affirmations. Check that out as well. So yes, please write affirmations in terms of clarity, also for having great relationships with people at home, not only for your spouse. Okay, that's it. Those are the questions. So guys, any more questions you have, please make sure that you put it on Facebook group. But more importantly now, you've watched this video. This video is useless until you do what? Take action. That's right. Remember the FTBA, feelings, thoughts, beliefs, and actions. Please take action tonight, not tomorrow. Take action tonight. Now don't tell me you don't have time. Don't tell me you're tired. It's about your life. It's about attracting everything in your life. The money, the career, the relationships, people, anything you want in your life. It's about that. Don't tell me you don't have time for your life. So take half an hour today. If you're married, talk to your life partner, because then you want to do clarity with your life partner, because otherwise if there's a conflict between both of you, then it's not clear about what you want, right? So many times we realize that my goals we were not able to attract because I and Indu were not clear. In fact, to give you an example, I wanted to always create an online training program, but somewhere Indu didn't believe in it. So I and Indu, we were always on two sides about this. So believe it or not, it just didn't happen. I didn't take enough action in that area. But the moment she believed that this is possible, this is a potential area for line of work, Suddenly, I was inspired and I was aligned with her, and she was aligned with me, and we were able to immediately start this workshop. So be clear with the person whom it impacts, and do this clarity exercise tonight at any cost. Please make sure you post on the Facebook group tomorrow, that you've done your clarity exercise. Okay, and also post the clarity affirmations over there, so that if there is any mistake in that, you and I can help each other make better affirmations, more clarity in our life, attract better things in your life. Okay, so this is just the beginning. Don't get too restless about it. Don't get too impatient about it. While writing the affirmations, don't think about kaise hoga. Remember the one rule I kept saying in the video: don't ask how. Don't ask how at all. You're a magician. Magicians don't worry about processes. Magicians just snap their fingers and make things happen, right? So write everything down right now. What do you want? Just focus on that. How? We'll get into that in future videos. Okay? Bye-bye, guys. Take care. And congratulations once again for going through this first law of attraction video. But please make sure you do your exercise again tonight, okay? I will not allow you to go through the second video unless you finish the exercise on the first video, okay? Take care, guys. Bye-bye.